Yo, welcome back, my fiends. This is another installment, a little bit of Lair of Darkness. We're going to have half these replays today be Lair of Darkness, kind of the deck that you guys saw from the other time, the Lair of Darkness, Bestial, Banded Beast. I can't even fucking speak, I'm stuttering. And whatever, I'm missing. Predaplants, right? And the other half is going to be, something fun. Check out on the next replay. No, I mean, it's going to say in the fucking video. It's some type of degenerate Inspector Border Kashtira control shit before it gets banned. Essentially, the deck that's going to get banned. It's just a card, a deck made of all the cards that are about to get banned on January 10th. Yeah, thanks again for all the love and support for the last video, guys. You guys are fucking insane, man. For real, like, I'm super, super, super appreciative for everything. And I have something special planned for my 100 sub special. Anyway, you guys know the drill. Lair, Darkness, Super Poly. Name me a better duo, man. Just oh my goodness, I didn't even normal summon for turn yet. Oh no. Vanquish Soul, blow my shit up. I knew he searched that. They always search it. They always have it. I'm always going second, right, with most of my decks, so I'm not surprised. However, I still am able to get the Branded Fusion out, and I'm still holding on to this Kaiser Glider for when they bring out the dragon dude, Caesar, Kaiser. So here, I'm like, well, let me go to Albion, into Mirror Jade, and then now he's going to be prompted to bring this guy out. Now I'll bring out the Mirror Jade, and then I'm going to Tribute for cost. That's right, buddy. And you're dead. Also, since he's a dark on the field because of Lair of Darkness, that triggers Darkest Diabolos, lower the layers effect, and closing out the game. Yeah, bro, 11k damage. So even if somehow, by some miracle, I drew all 3 Upstart Goblins in my deck, I still would have killed them. So, GG, on to the next. All right, as you guys can see, like I said, it's some degenerate, just anything that's getting banned type of deck. And don't worry, I get what's coming to me, right? I'm not going to be able to see any of my cash cards. So I am now relegated to my Inspector Border Pass play. And drawing both copies of the Pank going first is probably not smart. But don't worry, we saw him play this Tearlament shit. Uh-oh. I'm about to have fun, aren't I? I don't care, man. As soon as I see tier, bro, my eyes roll to the back of my head. I do not care, okay? I played through tier format on Master Duel, which is arguably the worst tier format, or the most powerful tier's ever been. Of course, they have the Unicorn for me. I'm going to Ash that. Oh, they're built different. They have the Called By. Feels fucking terrible, dude. In retrospect, I probably could have held on the Ash since I know I was going to get my Pank out. That sounds like a fucking euphemism. Yeah, I'm about to whip that Pank out. 2 Panks to be exact. But I don't know. I guess I wasn't thinking. I relegated myself to the Kaiser Coliseum Inspector Border mindset. So and Birth is also getting limited, which is the only thing that really surprised me on the list. Of like, Fenrir makes sense because of how generalizable he is to be put at 1, I guess. But Birth is like, what the fuck? Nobody runs 3 Birth anyway, so taking away 2, making it forced down to 1 kind of sucks. But as you guys could see, it was pretty easy for me to out the Uriah's Heart with the first Pank, right? Boom, pop, beat over the other one. And yeah, we're chilling. And they're sitting there. I'm like, oh, well, good thing I have an Ash. Because I got Baron de Fleur. I'm popping that back row, son. And I'm going to hit that Shangri-Ira for BM, bro. You guys know it. So I have Kaiser Coliseum up. So that's why, if you guys are wondering, how come Shangri-Ira's effect isn't popping off? It's because they can't, because of Kaiser Coliseum. They can't exceed the number of cards that I have. So yeah, it doesn't work for cards already existing on the field. But anyway, eat a Kaiju. I don't care. I read that this card here needs a Kashtira card. So I was like, oh, that's all I need to know. Kaiju. And shut that off. No more graveyard effects that we could say so far. Let me get rid of that stupid fucking field spell too, just in time, because as you can see here, my opponent is now sick of playing this. They had enough, and they crashed into it for Sheeran. Mill 3 Imperm Gamma Seal Kashtira Prep is insane. Like, they fucking that is my kink, guys. That is my kink. You know what else is my kink? Negating the Sheeran. Oh, that's a power move. I popped that knowing that they had to activate the effect and knowing I could negate it. And they could do nothing about it. Nothing. Wow. I have no remorse, dude. Fuck tier. All right, welcome back, guys. We got a nice, interesting one here. They have this board because I max see them. Nothing really see. I got lucky with the Harpies. Get rid of that back row. My only play right now is just to try to follow Albaz, and they're forced to use their effect to banish my guy out. I'm like, whatever. Let me bid bliss. Oh, nope, JK. They have Ash, and they have one card left in hand. Good thing I have the tactics. I could have ripped the last card in hand, but no, I drew, and that is what saved my turn because I got to thrust, which got me into Branded Fusion. And here, I am planning on crashing the Mirror Jade because they did their effects, so they can't be banished. Or, let's see, yeah. Let's see, what does it say? Monsters you control cannot be destroyed or banished by your opponent's card effects this turn. So, I couldn't Mirror Jade banish. Or maybe it would let me, but he wouldn't go off, so I was like, no, let me be smart. Let me just crash this. Yeah, so here, the only misplay this turn was not really seeing something was fishy with these Icejades when that level 7 tuner hit the field. I was like, oh, yeah, Sword Soul Supreme Sovereign. Fuck. I could have totally avoided that if I would have just Branded Beast popped the dipshit over there. So now we have to do an interesting little standoff that we have over here. I'm going to slow it down a little bit for Druid's Worm. Try to grab this dude back and draw off of my regained. They're able to bring back out the Argerine effects. Yeah, Agerine effects. Agerine effect. I don't even know how to pronounce it. But yeah, they're able to prevent their dude from getting popped from Beast. Yeah, let's see. If a card banished while this card, yeah, you can special summon it. God damn. So if something's banished, it brings it back. Wow, this is crazy. Anyway, Arima, normal summon Tribute over the chain. Bring out the Magnemite. Magnemite banish the Albion and Grave. You know, Chaos, Angel, Jump Scare. Chaos Angel, banish this dude. I knew that he had this thing in Grave, but it was just the only thing that I could have done. So there goes that. And off the Magnemite, I grabbed the Kaiser Glider, which is literally what kept me, like, I was like, oh no, I'm going to win now, actually. JK, LOL, it doesn't matter what this dipshit has. He's not going to beat me. Because I have the quick effect Tribute for cost, which we're doing a little bit of foreshadowing, right? It's going to come into play any second now. GG, man. So I'm proud of me for that one, and that was a really interesting deck to go up against too. So on to the next. All right, guys, my opponent got the fat goob nut off. Of course, I draw the maxi for turn after this entire fucking turn that my opponent had. Oh man, that's my first time going against the rival Cybers. I was like, oh, what does this do? Oh, it's just a towers. Okay. Well, here my opponent ashes me, which is insane. Because now that triggers my Fenrir. That's I was going to trigger his too, but I don't give a fuck, dude. I'm just going to straight up banish his Rise Heart. Rise Heart, excuse me. So now I don't have to deal with a Rise Heart. And their Fenrir is pretty much neutralized. So the only thing I have to deal with left is their 4K towers and their 3100 Red Eyes Flare Metal Dragon. Okay. Not too bad. I've been through worse, right? I've been through worse. Your protagonist is your protagonist for a reason, all right? I could figure my way out of this. Here I'm going to Theosis, grab myself Scareclaw, and here I got the nice little spicy tech in my deck, the Dark Anthelion Dragon. So I could target one face-up monster. Its attack becomes half its current attack, and if it does, this card gains that lost attack. I can't do this guy because he's unaffected by other cards' effects. I could target him, but it won't give me the boost. So I have to pick the Red Eyes Flare. And I did the math. Hey, that gives me more than 4K, baby. So, Birth into Unicorn, into beating over this dipshit, beating over this dipshit, get rid of his big eye. So that was the only really big threat I was worrying about at this point. Oh, did a Xyz monster attack this turn? Zeus! Also, let me set that card real quick. It's just a normal continuous strat. Oh, let me also max you for turn, bitch. Welcome to Master Duel, motherfucker. Yeah. Yeah, go ahead. Birth. Oh, TC Boo. Oh, Peekaboo, TC Boo. Yeah, GG, scrub. GG, motherfucker. And when they realize that they can't go into any of their Kashtira cards, they scoop it up. Let's go. A skillful use of TC Boo. Could we get some pogs in the chat? Could we get some non-continuous trap floodgate haters in the in the comments? Of course, yours truly drew the maxi for turn. It is what it is. But yeah, we have a spicy little Purrely, what do you call this? Umi Control. I was like, this is actually really cool. It's too bad you still lose to fucking evenly match, my friend. And a battle phase. But props to my opponent. They actually played through this pretty smart. They banished it on Kiryu-Shin, and they attached a material under this dude so they could banish the least amount of cards on the field, right? And they're going to get that Kiryu-Shin back, like, to kind of floodgate me out. Although, my opponent doesn't know, they still have the interaction of the beauty to negate Arma. However, I tribute for cost. So I pretty much clear their board. And everything's dark now. So, my opponent is definitely not used to playing with Lair of Darkness, right? Nobody is. It's a cheese fucking deck that I love. Let me max you for turn 2, buddy, by the way. Welcome to Master Duel. Everything is dark. So, as soon as my opponent gets an Umi on the field, which is pretty much the game plan, they're going to try to, clear my board, right? They don't want me tributing or doing anything else. I have plenty of life because of Purrely, right? I'm chilling. And the Magnemite, right? Get the Kaiser Glider out. I could attribute over one of his guys right away, the Kiryu-Shin. However, I want to see how bad my opponent is. They grab the Umi out and send 2 of their own monsters out. This was very interesting. And I upstart into Super Poly, which was awesome. And you're wondering why I'm Super Polying into this guy. It's because he was originally a water, and I couldn't special summon anything else that wasn't water or put anything on the board. So I needed that to clear the board to have room for my Kaiser Glider. Right, that was essentially like what my plan is. That's what I had to do. This changes things, right? This makes me, okay, let me do the math. I could tribute my own guy, get another 24 in. That'll trigger Diabolos. So I'll get 24 plus 3 can. My opponent will have 500 left. I could Chaos Angel Jump Scare, and it goes based off of original attribute. So it was a water and light. But yeah, Chaos Angel is really funny. Anyway, they surrender because, like, you can't beat fucking Chaos Angel Towers effect with Diabolos on the field, right? I'm untargetable and almost indestructible. So that was a fun one. That was a spicy one. Back to the control nonsense that we have. This one was a very, very interesting gameplay that I actually got today. And in no way, I probably shouldn't have. Let me not spoil what happened here. My opponent maxes me like, oh, well, only because I drew into Unicorn, my opponent got lucky that, I'm going to have to play into their maxi. Anyway, they're bad every time. They pick Pantheism every time because they don't understand. It's not a once per turn for the first effect. They ashed there. I'm like, okay, let me take a look at your deck. Yeah, you're playing Labrynth. I saw what they were playing. Without a doubt, it's Labrynth with the Dogmatica engine. So it didn't really matter too much that I tribute over this Unicorn. And it was interesting I did that to bring it back and give him the extra card. Because in retrospect, I gave him the extra discard fodder for the furniture. But at least I get to look into his deck and take out that Lady Labrynth. That's like, yeah, no, we're not dealing with that. So that's one less Lady Labrynth in the deck. I'll take it, I guess. Maxi for turn, which was interesting. Normally they could have chained the trap, but I know they want that pop effect off of the field. So sure enough, and I'm going to trigger Birth, which is where they have to chain Big Welcome. They're going to be kind of forced to pop this Birth so they could grab their dipshits from the grave. So, okay, I survived through one Big Welcome. The real test is if you could survive through the 2 other Big Welcomes, then you're probably chilling, right? And by survive, I mean they banish or somehow you get rid of the other 2 Big Welcomes. Here I get rid of Ariana. That's one less Ariana to deal with, right? So here, Pantheism effects into just showing them any random assortment of cards. They give me another Pantheism. Doesn't really matter. I grab Theosis. Here's where they're going to welcome Labrynth, and they're smart. Pop my Unicorn, so I cannot special summon off of that, and they're going to trigger all their furniture effects again, and the Lady in Hand. It's yeah, it's looking a teensy-weensy bit, a little bit scary. I probably should have set the evenly last turn, but I really thought that they were just going to pop my fucking field, and I would be able to activate it from hand. Speaking of which, however, because I took care of both of the Antithesis from deck, that kind of bit me, because then they wouldn't have been able to pop my, they're not able to pop my field. Anyway, they bounced my second set card, which is insane. So that's like one for sure complete big welcome Labrynth I don't have to deal with here. They got another 2 in the deck. And they don't have enough game on board. Oh, evenly jump scare motherfucker. That's right. It would have been nice if I didn't have the field up, so they would have banished one of these 2 guys. But it's okay. I'll slow this one down. Also, I Morganited way sooner, and that's what saved me last turn, right? I Morganited, and I was like, wow. These are the single 2 best draws in my deck. Now I need to get lucky with what they pop in my hand to make sure that they can't do anything about that, right? And here, Monarch Stormforth, I'm surprised they let that go off. They're letting me Unicorn and get the Unicorn effect off. And it was interesting. Of all the cards they put back on my field, they put back a monster after they already saw me Monarch Stormforth to bring out their big welcome here, which was pretty insane. And that was a big misplay from my opponent. So I have Birth, right? Now, they needed to not hit the Fenrir or the Birth. The only thing that I'm all right with them hitting is anything on the field or the border. They hit the border. I'm like, Inspector Border. Wow. Oh, wow. Okay, well, lose your Lady Labrynth. Let me Kashtira Birth. Fenrir, search Ogre. Special summon Ogre from Grave. Normal summon because I get to double summon because of... anyway, banish the Lady, yeah. And I get to double summon because of Morganite. I get to check their deck, take out that last big welcome, just to rub it in. And that's exact game on board between all these guys. It's exactly 8K. My opponent was not expecting to lose this turn. Holy fuck. This is one of my best technical games that I played, and I was playing a fucking stupid, shitty troll, ban everything Konami type of deck. So, all right, back to the lair. All right, welcome back. We're going against Sky Striker. Let me get rid of that Nibiru. It's not going anywhere. And this is the play I felt like I had to make. They're going to Widow Anchor me and negate my effect. Since it targets, it's like an imperm, right? Let me clear my own board so they can't target it, and I still get that special summon out of the deck to search out my Darling Tonia Cobra, right? Darling Tonia Cobra will get me a Branded Fusion. And also Druid's Worm will go off to get rid of this guy, and then this guy's going to get the 4,300. Or get the 1,500 from his tax, so he's at the 43, and I have Branded Fusion. Branded Fusion is going to get me into Albion, which will then get me into Mirrorjade, which is exactly over lethal. I go right into battle phase, and my opponent realizes that and says, go fuck yourself. So, again, guys, this Lair deck, not here to fuck around, man. This shit could OTK any day of the week. Yo. Here's our final match with our poo-poo floodgate deck. It's really just kind of our Kashtira Monarch deck, honestly. I guess that is what I should just call in the video, because you're not really seeing too much of the poo-poo floodgates in here. We're just seeing a lot of the banned cards like Fenrir or about to soon to be banned cards, Fenrir and Birth, as well as, you know, TC Boo I technically run. You guys saw that in one of the earlier replays. Oh, we're going against Runick. However, I am playing Kashtira and I have Birth. So this could be a lot worse. Pot of Desires is not going to fucking help me at all against fucking Stun Runick. So, and clearly it is Runick Stun, or else they would have been doing some other type of shit on the board, right? And speaking of which, you want to know how I know they are playing Runick Stun? TC Boo. So I get a taste of my own medicine, right? Wow, that fucking sucks. At least I get to rip out the, I think the Runick tip out of the, rip out the tip. And then I get rid of that TC Boo right there. So they're probably not going to be able to TC Boo me again. That's a, you know, silver lining. However, they have Morganite, so they're drawing 2 cards every turn. That call by was interesting. I guess it was trying to get to bait me with the Birth, and then they just pass. I'm like, okay, well, good thing I still have Pink right here. Beat over that dipshit. I'm able to normal summon him with Birth. I'm going to Birth, bring back this guy. Of course, they have the one that negates, so I can't banish 3 cards from their deck, which would have been really helpful. But here, at least I'm able to banish these 3 from the graveyard and get them out of circulation. That was a big Birth. A big Birth. I'm a midwife up in this bitch. Literally. No. So here's where I misplay. I jump the gun on the Birth and try to banish everything right away. My opponent's probably not going to get rid of the Rise Heart anytime soon. And then I pop this guy. I know he has one fucking... He's going to have Fountain, and he's going to have one Runick Quick Play. Like, they just always do. Yeah, they have Freezing Curses, and they just bring this guy out again. So, I did nothing there, and I let my opponent draw for free. And I got rid of my own guy. So, that really, really fucking sucked. That was a misplay on my half. And here I can't even birth. I thought I could recover the play by birthing. Nope. They have Rivalry of Warlords. So... Oh boy, this is the ultimate testament, right? I wanted to play all these bullshit stun cards because I was sick of going against decks like this, and now I'm paired against it, right? Can I triumph? Can your protagonist truly prevail? Can good triumph over evil? Or less evil triumph over less evil? Yes, we can, because they Runick Destruction. They're like, oh, I'm just going to old-fashioned just pass turn, right? Install to, you know, to have you deck out, which... was risky for them because I still probably could have kept hitting them for 15. It would only take me 3 turns. But hey, we're just built different, man. You guys have no idea how many games I lost against fucking Runick because they banished my Harpies. This is karma. That's why I got to put it in the regular speed. Harpy them out of the fucking match. Out of Master Duel. I'm sure they uninstalled, and I'm sure they uninstalled out of life. So, with that, guys, thank you for tuning in. This far, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I do have something very, very special planned for 100 subs. You guys are going to like it. It's a new series. I won't give away too much. It might be related to Masochist. It might not. So, have a good one. Stay fiending, motherfuckers.